The Legacy CD-ROM will inspire masters and newcomers alike. General Choi adds, along with your Dojang training, you will be able to master the techniques of Taekwondo scientifically and easily. The 4-CD set contains every page of the digitally reproduced 16-volume encyclopedia, a fascinating interview with the general, including pictures from his personal photo albums, a 200-word interpreter of Korean words and phrases most commonly used throughout your Taekwondo training, all 24 Taekwondo patterns, filmed with 10 black belts from around the world, from 4 different camera angles, under the direct supervision of General Choi and his son, Master Choi. This award-winning limited edition set is available through your club or direct from Comdo. A must-have for any serious international Taekwondo practitioner. Order yours today. Taekwondo is more than a martial art. It's an extension of the man who started it all, General Choi Hong Hi. Taekwondo is the culmination of his experiences that have shaped his life and our world. The purpose of this video series is to provide the students of Taekwondo a training tool, enhancing their Dojang experience. With these videos and a qualified instructor, the student will advance quickly and easily through the techniques of Taekwondo. The Tenets of Taekwondo. Courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. Student oath. I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect my instructor and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. Students, never tire of learning. A good student can learn anywhere, anytime. This is the secret of knowledge. A good student must be willing to sacrifice for his art and instructor. Many students feel that their training is a commodity bought with monthly dues and are unwilling to take part in demonstrations, teaching, and working around the Dojang. An instructor can afford to lose this type of student. Always set a good example for lower-ranking students. It is only natural that they will attempt to emulate senior students. Always be loyal and never criticize the instructor, Taekwondo, or the teaching methods. If an instructor teaches a technique, practice it and attempt to utilize it. Remember that a student's conduct outside the Dojang reflects on the art and instructor. If a student adopts a technique from another dojang and the instructor disapproves of it, the student must discard it immediately or train at the gym where the technique was learned. Never be disrespectful to the instructor. Though a student is allowed to disagree with the instructor, the student must first follow the instruction and then discuss the matter later. A student must always be eager to learn and ask questions. Never betray the instructor. Instructors. Never tire of teaching. A good instructor can teach anywhere, anytime, and always be ready to answer questions. An instructor should be eager for his students to surpass him. It is the ultimate compliment for an instructor. A student should never be held back. If the instructor realizes his student has developed beyond his teaching capabilities, the student should be sent to a higher-ranking instructor. An instructor must always set a good example for his students and never attempt to defraud them. The development of students should take precedence over commercialism. Once an instructor becomes concerned with materialism, he will lose the respect of his students. Instructors should teach scientifically and theoretically to save time and energy. Instructors should help students develop good contacts outside the dojang. It's an instructor's responsibility to develop students outside as well as inside the dojang. Students should be encouraged to visit other dojangs and study other techniques. Students who are forbidden to visit other dojangs are likely to become rebellious. There are two advantages for allowing the students to visit other gyms. Not only is there the possibility that a student may observe a technique that is ideally suited for him, but he may also have a chance to learn by comparing his techniques to inferior techniques. All students should be treated equally. There should be no favorites. Students should always be scolded in private, never in front of the class. If the instructor is not able to answer a student's question, he should not fabricate an answer, but admit he does not know and attempt to find the answer as soon as possible. All too often, a lower degree black belt will dispense illogical answers to his students merely because he is afraid of losing face because he does not know the answer. An instructor should not seek any favors, such as cleaning the studio, doing repair works, etc., from his students. An instructor should not exploit his students. The only purpose of an instructor is to produce both technically and mentally excellent students. Always be honest with the students and never break a trust. Training Secrets of Taekwondo. To study the theory of power thoroughly. To understand the purpose and motion of each movement clearly. To bring the movement of eyes, hands, feet, and breath into a single coordinated action. To choose the appropriate attacking tool for each vital spot. To become familiar with the correct angle and distance for attack and defense. Keep both the arms and legs bent slightly while the movement is in motion. All movements must begin with a backward motion, with very few exceptions. However, once the movement is in motion, it should not be stopped before reaching the target. To create a sine wave during the movements by utilizing the knee spring properly. To exhale briefly at the moment of each blow, except a connecting motion. The theory of power. Reaction force. Concentration. Equilibrium. Breath control. Speed. Mass. Korean words.
하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 차렷. 경례. 서기. 걷는 서기. 니은자 서기. 쉬어. 그만. 시작. 구령 없이. 구령에 맞춰. 해산. 도복. 홍. 청. 주의. 승. 해쳐. 계속. 실격. 맞서기. 틀. 제자. 사범님. 사현님. 사성님. 예의. 염치. 인내. 극기. 백절불굴.
Meaning of belt colors. Red signifies danger, cautioning the student to exercise control and warning others to stay away. At the same time, it warns the wearer to exercise control over the self, as he or she has to journey quite a distance to understand Taekwondo. Black, opposite of white, therefore signifying maturity and proficiency in Taekwondo. It also indicates the wearer's imperviousness to darkness and fear. Stances. The foot bearing the most weight will identify the stance as left or right. When the weight is equal or 50-50, the foot further ahead of the other foot will identify the stance as left or right. With the X stance, the balance foot is placed in front when stepping and behind when jumping. Individual techniques for Hwarang. Individual moves, Hwarang. The interpretations of patterns. Hwarang is named after the Hwarang youth group, which originated in the Silla dynasty in the early 7th century. The 29 movements refer to the 29th Infantry Division, where Taekwondo developed into maturity. Pattern Hwarang. Front view. Back view. Left view. Right view. Tips from the General.
Down, up, down.
This we call sign rate. Don't twist your body, nothing to do. Yeah, okay.
Individual techniques for Chung Mu. Individual moves, Chung Mu. the interpretations of patterns. Chung Mu was the name given to the great Admiral Yi Sun Sim of the Yi dynasty. He was reputed to have invented the first armored battleship, which is said to be the precursor of the present-day submarine. The reason this pattern ends with a left-hand attack is to symbolize his regrettable death, having no chance to show his unrestrained potentiality. Pattern Chung Mu. Front view. Back view. Left view. Right view. Tips from the General.
Come on. Come on. By count. 시작. Opposite. This side, not this. You cannot block. See? Go. Go. Extend, fully extend. Right. Fully extend. Yeah. Yeah. Go. Okay. Never move. Very good. Yeah. Too high. Bend a little bit more. Yeah. sine wave. Sine wave. See? There's no sine wave, no power, okay? Sine wave. So bend slightly. Go.
Breaks.
그렇기 때문에 스승은 그
I always say to Taekwondo masters that when they teach, they should give all they have got and enjoy it. When you teach or learn, be sincere and do not dislike it. When one teaches Taekwondo, one should not think about money. One must concentrate on how one can train his disciples to be better than the teacher. One should teach with this thought only. One must teach mental training and techniques equally. A great master should have both literary and military arts. Just as a big bamboo can only grow in a large bamboo thicket, a great disciple can only be produced under a great master.
I performed about 1,056 movements today.
fundamental movement. But you repeat it so many times. 그런데 그래도 견딘다 하게. 만약에 이 호흡, 쉬고 모두 이걸 모른다면 이 사람들 여기 죽었을 거야.
As we see, not many are tired. I don't see any tired faces because we know how to breathe and we're conditioned by practicing Taekwondo through our lives. I'm sure you have experienced breathing like that too before, and that we couldn't last too long because we were out of breath at that time.
여튼 군들 몸을 과학적으로 쓸 줄 안다 그 말이야.
Now, all of you, I know how to use your body in a scientific manner.
그러나 내가 항상 말하지만 돈, 권력은 현재 갖고 있는 것에서 만족을 얘기해달라.
As I always say, your position in life or wealth, please be satisfied with what you have with you.
그러나 기술에는 답답하고 봐야 되겠다.
But as far as technique is concerned, I want you to be hungry for it all the time.
How we became nowadays. Without our Taekwondo, we don't exist. So let's give a big hand our Taekwondo power.
Body. When you're old, teach with your mind. And after you've gone, teach by the example you've set. You set a wonderful